Hello my friends, just a quick look at the new Any Day Now notebooks. So this is the new range they released this year, and they're really nice. They've gone sort of slightly, they've got like bright patterns and all that kind of stuff, but they've got a couple of like nice muted ones. There's idea notes there. Typically of Any Day Now, you've got like the elastic in a different color. This is a brand that is made by and for Milligram. And so I have done a little writing test in here. I wanted to test out a few things, and I've done a similar writing test on a page from one of the old Any Day Now notebooks, because I think the paper has changed a little bit. The old paper was called Notemaker paper, 80 GSM. This is still 80 GSM. And this was a Taiwanese milled paper, 4 milligram. But this one feels different. It looks different. It's got a slightly different, like the original paper was a little toothy. This one is considerably smoother. And so I've written with a bunch of things. Well, not a bunch, a couple of things. The Ardelead pocket fountain pen with a medium nib with Ishimaru maybe, Bunkodo ink, which was the number 70 Bullshot, and then Pilot Sylvan with Pilot Oroshizuku Shinkai. And I've written the same pens here. Oh, also the Lamy All-Star with deep, Raw Rotten Cleaners Deep Pine. And then I've just done like a little swatch with a range of other inks. Firstly, you can see the paper color is different. That's absolutely the case. Now, one thing I want to say is that to me, the writing experience on the old paper felt nicer, but the performance I think is better on the new paper. Like looking at the reverse of that, nothing has bled through at all. Nothing has bled through on the old one as well, but we can see there's considerably less ghosting on the new version. But one thing you do notice, and this is what I mean by nicer, is the fact that like these swatches of ink here, they're more consistent on the old paper. So I think the ink was sitting a little nicer on the top of the old paper, maybe less absorbent, but we're still getting no bleed or anything like that. So I'm going to do a quick writing sample on both now. So we've got my Ashira A on here. The medium nib, and the ink in this is Pilot Oroshizuku Shin Ryoku. Okay, it's nice on this paper. I've always liked the Any Day Now paper. Now that noise is because I'm writing on the back cover of this notebook here. But it's got a little bit of tooth, but it's nice and smooth. There's no bleeding coming through there, obviously, but the ink looks really great on the front there. So it is slightly smoother paper, but you could see when I did that like quick swatch of the ink over here versus here, like you can see that it's a more consistent like pooling of the ink, whereas this one, like you can see it sort of absorbing a little bit more. So it's a slightly different writing experience. It's very nice to write on. Very, very nice. I will say that for sure. And once again, nothing has bled through, but that ghosting on this paper is great. So yeah, the paper has changed. That's okay. Things do change. But what you're getting is, it shows off the ink colors nicely. It maybe not quite as like vibrant, or like maybe slightly more muted. Not the depth of color, I should say. But less ghosting, no feathering, no line spread, nothing like that. So yeah, that's the new paper that's in the Any Day Now notebooks that are available from a range of retailers, but part of one of the brands that Milligram themselves have developed over the years. Interesting notebook, and that's how the paper performs.